And we're live! Welcome everybody to Sisters United. And this is like truly international. I'm actually here in Ubud, Bali. You can see I've got this crazy bungalow here. You can see like the artwork and stuff behind me. And we've got Sarita there in Perth and CJ in the States. And we've got a really powerful topic today, which is dream again. And what is your vision? We're going to be sharing our visions. And first we'll do, before we get into the topic, we'll quickly introduce ourselves across the panel, but I just want you to think what your vision is and feel if you're watching this live, let us know what your thoughts are. What is your vision? Share. And also, if you're watching in the replay, know that our intention is that you are here with us live, you're here with us in spirit and all of that. And feel the intention that you really are here with us. And we do check in on the page and comment in on it in between. So, but I'm so excited. I'm actually doing this. We've got internet connection here in Bali, and I'm a little bit more quieter than I usually am because I'm actually in a courtyard area. I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see this here. Just a second. I'll lift it up. I feel like the movie Avatar. The plants here, we've got these massive large plants with like these purple and pink leaves. I don't know if you can even see it. Nope, it's dark. The light's not working. I mean, a little bit of the plants. Let's see if we can get me out of the way. And I'm in this gorgeous little bungalow here. It's a little tiny, my own little oasis here. And just finished with Sarita. Seeing her, we had this amazing, mastermind here in Perth, and just got to be able to be live, in person with everybody here. I'm Valerie Jampolsky, the Abundance Mom Freedompreneur, and I'm a single mom of twin 5-year-old boys. No naked kid alerts because they're inside. And Joan's coming on, yay! And no naked kid alerts because they're inside. And I'm here and I do what I do so I can actually be home with my kids. I had this massive realization. I used to be an entertainment attorney, and I was sitting there pregnant to the gills with my twins in my office. I did this on my own. I decided to have kids on my own, and I realized, oh my goodness, if I don't do something, I'm never going to see my kids. Never mind daycare. My kids would be raised by nannies, and that just was not. I want to be there for those precious moments. It matters to me how my kids are communicated to. It matters to me, all of that. And I remembered who I really was. I started to remember, that I had something to share, a gift, something to really make a difference in the world, and that it was not about making the next movie, what the next movie was. And for me, this is movies are very powerful, but it just not all movies I resonated with, etc. But there was something more powerful about really helping people transform lives, and that is. I feel so grateful that I am here and I can do this. I can travel with my kids and have amazing experiences with them, and such is me. And I'm going to pass it on over here. I'm starting off with Sarita.
Hello, Sarita here from Abundance for Life. I'm actually coming at you from my home. It's quite cold here in Perth. I just got back from Bali from our mastermind, and I'm sitting in front of the heater. That's my view. But it's okay. It's like 12 at night, and we were on a really long hangout before, so I grabbed myself a coffee, and I got my heater, and I got my coffee, and I'm in a happy place now. But I'm really happy to be here. Just love what we do here, and I love the topic dream again. And we were just on a hangout with the and she was talking about David Wood and how he's pretty much a dream builder, and it's all about dreaming. If you don't dream, you can't create anything. It all starts with dreaming. So I'm really excited about our topic today. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 beautiful kids, a little boy Nikki, and my daughter. She's almost 5 now. Her name's Grace Marley, and I do what I do for them, but also to now build more of a legacy also, and be a good role model for them to know that anything is possible, anything you put your mind to. And I'm just so grateful to be here in this space with you beautiful ladies here, CJ and Valerie, who, when I was in Vegas last, how long ago? 6 weeks? We actually jumped off a building together.
Yes.
So we've done some pretty cool things together. But that was our jump into power, stepping into our power, jumping into our power, and that was really powerful. And that was not just us jumping; it had a true intention behind it, and we did a whole day of just working towards that pretty much, and it just kind of concreted it in. I guess that's what it was for me. It meant so much more than just jumping. It had so much meaning behind it, and the intention behind everything is just. I'm starting to more and more realize how important an intention is. What kind of intention you have when you speak to people or when you do something. You know, the intention behind it is extremely important and powerful. So. Very excited to introduce you to my beautiful friend CJ. And where are you, CJ?
I'm home. Hi, Sarita. Hi, Val. Hi, Joan. Thank you, Sarita. I'm home in Florida. I live in Florida, which is in the States. I am a mother of 3 very incredible, intelligent, creative living boys that are nonstop, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But I chose this lifestyle of working online and having my own online business so that I could be with them 24/7 and have the memories with them. We are also in the process of going through homeschooling with them. I have pulled them from the public school system. So I'm home. I'm an influence in their life. I'm making memories with them, and I'm so grateful to be a mom and to look at their precious, wonderful faces every single day. But not only is it that I'm a mom, but I'm also a woman, and that's what most of us forget, is that we're women, and we have our own power, we have our own strength within us. And that's somewhere along the lines of living everyday life and going through our daily challenges, we all forget about that, and we forget about ourselves. And when we took that leap off the building in Vegas a few weeks back, it really brought back a reality check for me that, yes, I'm a mom, yes, I'm a wife, but most importantly, I am me. And without having me, I can't bring forward or show other women how to empower themselves until you bring back to your own empowerment and remember who you are as a person. And therefore, the grateful and the ability that I have and the gratitude that I have for finding me is by far the best thing in life, as far as I can, outside of delivering my 3 amazing boys. But just to know that we're women and we're strong and we can do anything we put our mind to, that's the greatest feeling in the world for me.
And it was so powerful. I actually literally, it was like CJ was on one end and Sarita was on the other end. It's like, you know, prepping for that jump. I was like, they literally did that together with you guys. It was just powerful, powerful, powerful. I'm going to pass it on over to Joan. Joan, you're up. Are you ready? You got sound? You good?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Yay. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be on this panel. It's so great to, just be here with you powerful ladies and to connect with you all. I'm just so, so grateful. I'm Joan. I am in Dallas, Texas in the United States. I am a mother of 3 boys, just like CJ. I know usually at these hangouts our boys are all over the place. And I love, just like everybody here on the panel, I love this freedom of working online and being able to be home with the kids and being able to be there. And like CJ said, I love how, we're moms. And we're wives, and but most importantly, we are women, and we have our own identity. We have that power within us, and a lot of us don't realize how powerful that power is. And it's when you can tap into it, it's just amazing. And I love seeing everybody go through all their transformations. And I was going to say something else, but I guess it's not important at the moment, but I just, I'm always so grateful to be here, and thank you all ladies for being such an inspiration to this panel and to everybody that's watching. So very awesome and very incredible. I was just this morning, my husband was like, we don't have anything to eat for breakfast, and so we were able to just get on our bikes and hop on our bikes and go out to breakfast this morning. So it was really nice to be able to have that freedom to just do that on a whim, when if I were working at a job at a 9 to 5, that would have never happened. I would have totally missed that moment. So so very awesome. I love doing what we do, and you ladies are just so wonderful. So back to you, Val.
Yay! So yay! So I'm gonna actually we'll start in on the topic. I know, Sarita, do you want to hop in the beginning of this topic and jump in on it? Because I know it's very, very, very dear to your heart.
Yes. Well, so today, obviously, our topic was dreaming again, to dream again and sharing our vision. And yeah, like I said, I just jumped out of another hangout, but the whole reason I started working online was because I've always been a dreamer. I'm very much, I can't help myself. I just love dreaming. I'm a daydreamer. Sometimes, I'm doing something, but I'm always in my mind somewhere else. But the beautiful thing is that, if you focus on the things that you want, you dream about the things that you desire, the things that you really are passionate about, you can actually manifest them. And that's what I've always done. I mean, I always dreamed about being a mom since I was little. For me, that was my dream. Some people might think that's not very ambitious, but to me, I didn't dream of being in a corporate career or making lots of money or being a doctor. That wasn't my dream. My dream was being a mom. And also my dream was traveling the world. And so, these are things that I dreamed about when I was little. I remember even having I love cruise ships. And when I was 28, I actually bought myself for my own birthday to go on a cruise for 2 weeks. But, I dreamed for a long time, going on a cruise. And that was something that I had a card that someone had been on a cruise, and they gave me a card when I was a kid, and I had it in my wallet. And I just love ships. I think it's very romantic. I'm a very romantic person. So and I love the movie Titanic. I watched it 4 times in the cinema, and I've watched it many, many times after. I just think it's beautiful when you really embrace who you are and really embrace your dreams, not what other people think you should be dreaming. Because I'm sure it's quite common, that your parents might think they know what's best for you, and they dream for you. Like, they have a dream, and they see you, and they think they know what's best. And so for me, I did something quite powerful when I was 20, which might backfire on me one day because I've got 2 quite strong children. But I actually went to India, and I lived in an ashram just to self-reflect. And whilst I was in India, I actually took on a different name. So Sarita is actually not even my it's not my legal name. It's just my name that was given to me. But it wasn't about taking on a different name or choosing a name. I didn't even choose it, but it was more about me taking off the dream my parents had for me and saying, I'm going to live my own dream now, whatever that may be. I want to know who Sarita is. I want to know who I am, not what my parents wanted me to be. As much as my parents had the best interest in their heart for me, I didn't want to live a life that they imagined for me. I wanted to live the life that I dreamed for myself. And so I think that was really powerful. Just saying, take off the old hat, put on the new hat, and I didn't know what that hat would be. But I've always just gone with my heart, and always, definitely always written down the things that I wanted in my life, and always visualized them constantly. And so far so good. I'm pretty good at manifesting, and it has helped me definitely with my business. It's helped me with relationships. It has helped me with pretty much all aspects of my life. And dreaming. People people, I think it has some kind of a bad and negative connotation sometimes. Oh, she's a dreamer, or they think it has that. Oh, if you just dream, you're just dreaming. You're not doing anything. But dreaming is powerful, because if you have that desire and that fire in your heart, and you can see it, and you can feel it, and you can taste it, and you can smell it, and you're getting excited, and that's when that's how you manifest. That's how you attract those things into your life, and it is so powerful. And people, we've been talking about in the other hangout about the outcome statement, where you write down, what you want in your life. So you, instead of just dreaming it, you write it down exactly in detail what you want, like in 3 months' time. And you write it down in present time, and you read it to yourself twice a day. What's even more powerful, one of my mentors, David Wood, he actually puts it on an audio, and then he plays it to himself pretty much all night or whenever he can. And it's to really bring that into your subconscious, your dream, to actually make your dream happen. And this stuff works. It's not like airy fairy people doing it who are having no results, like million dollar people doing this, because this is something that works. And that's another thing I've learned, is like to really put your own ego in the bin and say, and if you want to really achieve stuff, listen to the people that are having results. And if they do crazy things, then do you. And you want to be there too, then just do it as well, because the crazy ones are usually the ones who change the world. And the crazy ones, everyone, it's so easy to hold down a job like everyone else, and it's actually not easy at all. It's actually very difficult. For me, to be on time is very difficult. But I think this job, it's not even a job. This what I do, my passion, actually suits me much better. But I just don't want to be I don't want to be a robot, and I don't want to be like everybody else. And that's why I love, with an online business, that you are allowed to dream, and that's actually a positive. And by you dreaming and sharing your dream, you're actually attracting people who are possibly having a very similar dream, and that's really powerful. People coming together, like even the three of us, we're all here. Mainly our children, and that's why we all got pretty much, I would say, started. That's why we created the Mompreneur Hangouts and the Sisters United Hangouts, and to come together, even with people, and be in the same room or in the same hangout, who share the same dream or similar vision or similar dream, like that. To me, that blows up the process of creation, because if it's just one intention, it's like group meditation. When they meditate for peace, and there's evidence that there's truly. It really changes the statistics of crime. I believe that. I mean, it's actually, there's evidence, and it's the same for me. I think when you want to create something, and if you just if you just dream it in your own head, never tell anyone, yes, you might be able, that might happen for you. But I think when you write it down, that's one step. When you tell people, that's another step. When you share your vision, that's another step. When you share your vision with lots of other people and they're all listening, it just blows up the creation process. It just feels like that's what's happening, and I just find it very exciting to be around a lot of dreamers and doers, and we make stuff happen, and we do some exciting things. So yeah, and if you want to be a part of what we do, just check out the link below, pretty much. But it's just a really exciting thing. Like for me, I could have, to be honest, like I always knew that I wanted to travel, but now I know that I was in Bali last week. I was lying on this, I was posting an Instagram photo, and I'm thinking, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this, like, this is ridiculous. This is like, I get paid. Everything was all included, like drinks and food, room service, and I got paid to be there and speak. So that's powerful. And that was because I believed in my dream of being home with my kids so much that now, I get frequently asked to speak, and it's a dream come true, and dreams can truly come true, and that's just the beginning. I've only been working 18 months, online. So I just wanted to tell anyone out there watching, don't ever judge yourself for having certain thoughts, because in the end we all have our own dreams, and our dreams might be totally different from the people around us, or our family or our best friends. Don't feel like you need to have anyone's dream. Your dream, you need to connect with your heart and know what is your urge. What do you really want in your life? And we all have that urge, and don't judge yourself for it. Just know that it's actually possible for you, and that you deserve it, and that your family deserves it, because in the end of the day, if you're not happy, your family's not going to be happy, and that's part of making this world a better place, is finding the peace within yourself first, and then you can bring it into the world. So that's my part on dreaming. But yeah, I'm just really excited about this topic, and I'm so grateful to be here.
Wow, so powerful, Sarita. And I hope, for those of you that maybe, if you might want to watch that one in the replay it back. There was like so many points that Sarita brought up over and over and over and over again, like different really powerful points. And for me, I don't want to just, expanding on that is, it's, if you have a dream, if you've ever had a thought, like a dream of something that you really want, right? The fact, it's yours. It's already yours. You couldn't even see it if it wasn't already yours. It's actually already yours in the invisible. I mean, it really is. And all we're doing is we're taking action, inspired action in the direction of that. And for me, being here in Bali with my kids, I mean, I was here when I was 18. I'm a little backpack floating around out here, and I mean, I'm doing things that I saw that I was going to come back here with kids and do. I did this thing yesterday where I went ziplining with my kids. They're only 5 years old, but we found this amazing place that, they were able to do like little kiddie zip line and build it up and up and up to my Jordan, my little Jordan. I'll be going to be posting it on Facebook. But my little Jordan was like, oh my God, he was like 20 feet up in the air. And pulling himself on pulleys and showing, literally they had to do it themselves, hook it in. I saw my kids doing this, and I saw us, being here and doing all these things, and it's really, there were times where I could have, I could have bought into some negative thoughts where it might have seemed I might not be able to actually make things happen in my life. But what I've done, and this is like a massive thing, I feel compelled to say it, but it's like I used to, and a lot of you that know me know I've talked about this, but I used to think that the most responsible thing in the world was to plan for the worst case scenario. Okay? I used to think it was the most responsible thing in the world was to plan for the worst case scenario. And one of the biggest transformations for me was to realize that if I'm sitting there and what I'm dreaming about and visualizing is the worst case scenario, and getting into detailed plans of how I was going to handle the worst case scenario, guess what was happening? I was creating and I was manifesting and creating the worst case scenario. I mean, if you want to talk about it from an action point of view, that's what I was doing. You want to talk about it from a law of attraction point of view, that's what I was vibrating, that's what I was doing. And as I was getting into thinking about the worst case scenario, of course, that's kind of depressing. And I was pulling up, these negative thoughts and feelings, which of course, releasing toxic chemicals into my body, which then stopped my left and right hemisphere from my brain from properly talking to each other, which have then, I wasn't in my frontal cortex, which is what makes us as human beings do really powerful, creative things. Anything amazing comes from there. The pineal gland is, all of that. And instead, I was in the reptilian brain where I was in fight or flight. And unfortunately, most people, I think, live in that space of planning for the worst case scenario and living in fight or flight and in panic, instead of, it was so transformational for me to start saying, okay, I'm going to focus on what I do want and allow myself to get back into dreaming. I mean, we were kids. We did it. You know, I mean, for those of you that celebrated Christmas, I know you're sitting there thinking about Christmas. You think about Christmas Eve, and you got the presents coming and everything. You allowed yourself to go there. If we didn't, I mean, I was brought up Jewish, Buddhist, Jew here. I mean, it was birthdays where I would see myself. It'd be the night before, and I knew that I had presents the next day and all that stuff. Or a trip where I knew our family was going on a trip, and for weeks, almost sometimes months, I was like living and experiencing the whole thing. And we do this as kids, and then somehow it filters away. And this is why the topic is like dream again. Allow yourself to get in there and dream again, and say it. Maybe if you can't see it yet, start speaking it. Say it, because when you say it and proclaim it, you can actually start seeing it, and then listen to yourself in the inspired action. Not like, oh, I have to do this to make this happen, but it's like a different space. Because when you're for me, when I'm living and seeing seeing what I want, and like Sarita says, she was doing it like one, twice a day or whatever. And she's pulling up this vision, to remind herself. I mean, for me, when I was dealing with like some serious visualization, I'd notice I'd gone down a negative thought, and I would just get excited about the fact that I noticed I went there, and I'd bring up the vision again. I think it's brilliant. I just want to repeat what Sarita said about doing an audio of it. And listen, for those of you that might not have caught this, it was so powerful to have an audio that actually plays throughout the night. I mean, I've started doing this now even more and more, and I can tell the difference in the nights when I have audio playing that is, playing with positive things and positive perspectives. And I mean, imagine, I love that idea of having even your own voice, reminding, building up instead of the negative patterns of, planning for the worst case scenario and all of that, positive habits, positive, so in our subconscious from where, we operate from, creating all that in there. So that's my points for the moment coming out with. I'm going to pass it on. I know, CJ, you've got ideas, and Joan, you're like, first to get the seeds to come out with this. I'm going to go over, from me left to right, I'm just going to go over to CJ next. You're up, babe.
Thank you, Val. You're awesome. I just want to let you know that there is some comments coming through on the page.
Oh, yes,
so I just want to reach out.
Let's go into the
I just want to reach out to
Absolutely.
everybody.
Thank you for reminding me.
We have Nicole from Cleveland. Hey, Nicole. We have Susie. We have Leslie. Hey, Leslie. Yes, true, very, very, very true, Leslie. It's the most important job in the world, being a mom. Completely. I totally understand you. Nicole, again, says there's power in unity. Tribe, it's what we stand for. And then Marianne from Texas. Hey, Marianne from Texas. Welcome, everyone. So hopefully I've gotten all the comments that were there.
Yay! Thank you, CJ, for reminding me.
Oh, you're welcome. For me, I'm an only child. I have no siblings. My father was not a very large part of my life growing up, so I was always known as the dreamer, the creative spirit. My mom used to call me her little hippie because I was always living on cloud nine. My teachers would always tell me to return to earth in the classrooms, and I didn't feel that was very necessary growing up. So for me, it's always been the ability to travel, to live life, to be free, and to enjoy nature, views. I love being outdoors. I love being just free. I love sunrises. I love sunsets because it reminds you of the rebirth of every day. And then at the end of the day, you're able to think back at your accomplishments for the day. And a lot of people, what happens at the sunrise, at the sunsets, or at the end of the day, is they think back and they go, what could I have done differently today? And no, you need to cancel that. Stop. Cancel. You need to sit back and go, wow, what an awesome day I just had. The accomplishments of those days, the gratitude, the happiness that you had within that day. And that's where a lot of us forget to look at, is what we actually do accomplish. And if you take that energy and that happiness from that moment that you accomplish something, whether it's you cooked a dinner or you bake something without burning it in the oven, I mean, these are little things, making pictures with your children and hanging them on the walls, whether it's a scribble mark from your 18-month-old or a glamorous art piece from your teenage child. I mean, these are all little things that we forget about. And a lot of people don't understand that CJ, again, with Sarita, CJ is really not my true name. CJ is a name that I go by because my real name is Cynthia June. And for me, Cynthia June is it's too much in a box. It's, people know Cynthia June, and that's it. Like, you automatically get an image from Cynthia June, whereas CJ, you're like, wow, who's this CJ? What's this CJ about? Is she wild? Is she creative? Is she awesome? Is she hyper? So I couldn't live with the name. I had to give myself something different, and that's where I came up with the CJ. Again, audios, it's huge to really, really listen to audio. I do it nightly as well. If I don't sleep with an audio, I feel it. I don't feel rested. I wake up with thoughts that really are not how I want to start my day. And I listen to a lot of Louis Hay. I listen to Joel Osteen. I'm not sure if a lot of you are familiar with him or not, but he has his own podcast, and I'll listen to the podcast at night to go to sleep with. Audiobooks, anything that I can find that will play for a large part of my nighttime sleeping, so that I'm not putting my subconscious mind into a place or a zone that it should not be, but to keep it where it needs to be, and to keep it in that open-minded, that zone where you need to dream and you need to be creative and you need to be yourself, because we get so pushed out of that zone, and people, they'll tell you that you really don't. Why are you going there? They'll say to you, why are you going there? Why are you thinking that way? Why are you thinking about that? Because that's my life. That's who I am. So I'm thinking that for me. And that's what a lot of people forget about, is they forget who they are. And I live from the heart. I really, really, truly do. And a lot of people don't really know that secret about me. I'm very passionate. Whatever I feel in my heart is what I fight for. And I'm a fighter. I will fight for whatever the passion is that's in my heart at that particular moment. And once you're in my heart and once I'm fighting for you, you're done. You're not going anywhere, because I'm very true about that. And Val, you know that from me, from hanging out at the different events, that I love your boys. You guys are awesome. I love you and Val. I love Sarita. It's just, once you're with me and once you're part of me, you're stuck, kind of deal. Because I follow my heart, and I always put others first, and I always put my heart out there on the line for others. And people really don't understand what it's like to live open, and that's what we do. That's why we're a family. That's why we're the Sisters United, because we live openly and we live for one another. And people overthink life way too much, and you have to live for what you feel inside of you, for what you believe in. That's really the biggest thing, is stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting what you really want to do. Stop fighting the passion, the drive, the love, your reason for life, your everyday. Stop fighting that, and stop letting others tell you what to do and how to do it, because you're you for a reason. You have your vision, your dreams, your life, because that's you. And never let anybody change that on you, ever. Yeah. Because that's what made you special.
So powerful, CJ. So powerful. I've got an idea to come back with all of us in a second, but I'm going to go over to Joan. You're like bursting there. I love it. You're glowing.
That's hilarious. Because I just love what everyone has to say about this topic, and I think I know I just basically want to piggyback on what everybody said about dreaming, because I think as a as a child, that's what you do naturally. We're daydreamers, but then as you get older, I don't know, for me, it was just, certain childhood experiences and certain experiences in adult, and then certain experiences that, as you get older, you stop dreaming, and it's, um, and it sucks. Like, it sucks when you stop dreaming, and it sucks when you realize, and when you finally realize, oh yeah, I can still dream. Like, you still have that ability. It's such an awakening moment for you, because that opens the doors to your what your soul is supposed to do here on earth. And because I think everybody has that power to do something incredible, but when we realize that, and we acknowledge that, and then you start to dream again, and I think most of it is, for me, I know that, if as an adult, I had dreams, and then I felt like I'd failed a few times, and then I was like, oh, I think I'm just going to give up. I'm going to go the easy route and just get a job and, do what everyone was telling me to do. And I heard a quote that said, whatever happened in your past that has nothing to do with your future.
Yep.
And once I really honed that in, and I was like, you know what, I'm not a failure. Those were just obstacles, and I can dream. And the how am I going to get there doesn't matter. It's what really matters is that dream that you have. And I love what everyone said about going to sleep with something inspiring, going to sleep listening to something. I love the idea of David Wood, and he goes to sleep and he has his own voice looped in his goals, and he's listening to that throughout the night. And it's so powerful. Like everyone said, I think there's a few times where I didn't listen to something at night, and you wake up the next morning, it's you see that difference, and it's like, oh man. And it's fun. Like, it's so fun to dream, like Sarita said. Now that you can do it, now that you can kind of go back to being that child within you again, it is so much fun. I know my dream, I've always, like Sarita, I've always wanted to be a mom, and I've always known that I wanted a big family, and that dream is finally, that dream is coming into fruition. I knew that I didn't want to, be at a 9-to-5. I knew that I wanted to travel, and I just knew that I wanted financial freedom and time freedom with my family, and that is coming into fruition as well. And I've always wanted, and I, like Sarita said, like, I think I've always wanted to earn income that is so easy. That is, like, if you can post a picture online, or if you're active on Facebook or social media, you can earn income that way. Because I admit I'm addicted to Instagram and Facebook, and I was like, if there's a way that I could earn income by doing this would be perfect, because it was so easy. And look what happens. And so it's amazing how powerful your dreams are. And the moment where there's been times where you feel like you just give up on them, but I know that, for me, I've always been different from mainstream, and so to be able to reach into that power within you, to be able to manifest that, and have faith. Your faith will be so strong that dream will happen, that you take inspired action, and it's not work, really. It's really just inspired action. Like, it's that easy, and it's amazing to be able to do that. And I believe that writing it, like everyone said, writing it down, thinking about it, visioning it, meditating on it, saying it to yourself, telling people, that's so powerful. I think out of I've had I've been in direct selling business previously, and that's something that they don't really teach you. And so even in business school, I got a degree in business in college, and they don't teach you about writing down your dreams, goals, and meditating. And it's incredible how powerful that is. So So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about that. And I love what everybody on the panel said about writing your goals down, about telling people, about meditating. It's because it's really in your mind. It's really about how powerful your mind is. And when you know how powerful that is, it really no one can contain that power. It's all yours, and it's infinite, and it's that easy. So it's incredible. It's incredible how powerful you guys are, and incredible how anybody could be if they really tapped into that power and into their dreams. Because I think God or the universe, the source, there's a purpose why He put different dreams into different souls, into different minds. So it's so cool. It's so cool. So thank you all, ladies. Back to you, Val.
No, that's so powerful. I would love to see, we can go across the panel here and actually have, each of us share a little bit about what our vision is. Really share it, and inspire maybe anybody who's on watching and watching it live or in the replay to share as well. This is because there's something very powerful about stating it. Like actually stating it. It's like it's a vibrational thing. Even and it might be a big deal if something that you maybe even said it. But when you state something, you literally start the vibration. You start the whole process of it. So, Sarita, you want to hop up and speak part of your vision. Part of your vision. Oh, you need to unmute, hon. Unmute.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know what the problem with there's a sound problem with Joanne. I can't actually, there was no sound for me. I don't actually know what she shared.
Oh, you're catching the replay.
I can hear you and I can hear CJ, but not Joanne, which is really strange.
That's weird, yeah.
But yeah, I think I said pretty much everything I had to say.
Okay.
So thank you for having me. It's like almost 1 o'clock, so I think I might have to go.
It's getting late. Yes. Same for me here. I'm like, I'm waking. I'm staying awake. I'm just gonna throw out for me a little bit of vision would be, that for me I see for what I do doing all this, and I think I can speak for a lot of us as well. Is like it's not just for my kids. It's like I see a ripple effect, and for me to do what we do it's helping people. For me, it's about really helping people to really finally see and believe in themselves, create that financial freedom and life freedom, so that not just for themselves but for their kids, so that decisions are made based on what their calling is, because I really believe each of us has a unique calling. And when we can do this, when this starts happening on a grand scale, when people can do things because of their ability to really live what that calling is. Maybe they're an artist. Maybe they're going to come up with a cure for something. Who knows what it is? And also even just the energy of believing, people that believe in themselves. I know for me, when I'm in when I am in this space of really being happy and living in the now and living in the present, it affects my kids. It affects how they communicate with people. There's like a whole ripple effect. And it's all about creating that massive ripple effect for me, and just seeing, amazing transformation, stuff that we may not even be aware of what's happening. We may not even aware of what, generationally what's happening in terms of the effect of what it can be. I mean, even just something as simple as you smile. I mean, my kids are running around here, and they're running up to people here, and they're just spontaneously giving them hugs and watching the transformation. It's just a powerful thing, just watching that, seeing the ripple effect of what that does, and then how that person affects someone else in their lives. And this is, in a big way, what it is that for me, what I do and what my vision is. So I'm gonna speak it out there. So if you have something that you want to share and add to it, like speak your vision out in the chat. Speak it out. It may seem odd or kind of weird to do it at first, but it's a powerful process in the direction of it. So I'm gonna pass it on over to CJ.
Hey, first of all, let me just apologize. For some reason, my camera was not working, and all that you guys got to see was my beautiful photo image of my face, and I did not realize that until I refreshed the page and saw that the live video was not working. So I know you can hear me because there's comments from my speaking, but sorry for the non-video. I was not aware of that. So we have some interesting issues going on with this hangout. Some universe is sending us, but just most importantly is live yourself to each and every day to the fullest. Do not, and I repeat, do not let anybody ever change who you are. And if they ask you to change who you are, you really need to think about that, because in the end, when you change who you are for somebody else, it will come back later on for you, that you have become a person that is not within you. And never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your passion. Never give up on who you are and what you want to do in your life and where you want to go, because that's what people are going to resonate with you about, and that's what people are going to connect with you about, is who you are in life and what you're going to bring to their life. And if you're not you, then you're not going to be able to bring that true meaning to someone else's life. And this business has brought me friends that are all over the world. I mean, just Sarita here is in Australia. Val lives in California most of the time, but I know I can pick up my phone anytime and call either one of them, and they'll talk. Or we've hopped on just video chats just for like a few minutes, even if it's a minute, to say hi to each other via phone. And if it wasn't for me following my passion and wanting to be a mom and not wanting to work that 12 to 16-hour day Monday through Saturday, yes, I worked 12 to 16-hour days Monday through Saturday. My only day with my kids were on Sundays. And if it wasn't for me wanting to be with them, I would have never met these amazing people. We have so many other women out there. We have Michelle, who I talk with just about every single day. I have Sheila, who we chit-chat all the time. Nikki is gorgeous. She was always commenting on all of our stuff, and she's an amazing support for us. And I always mess up her name, but Devarni or Divini, I can't ever say her name correctly, but she's such a beautiful soul. And the other night, I couldn't sleep. I was up. I could not fall asleep. So I'm on Facebook, and who else is on Facebook but she is? So here we are in the middle of the night talking to each other for like 3.5 hours.
Wow.
And my husband's like, who are you talking to? A friend. But it's just, that's what this has brought to my life. And I know so many people around me. It's given us that ability to dream again and to be who we are and to express us as people and as individuals. And that's my rant for the day.
And it's wonderful. And for anybody watching the replay again, there's notes. Take notes. It's like, I mean, I always take notes on things, and I'll post them up around as like quick little reminders of things as I'm watching things. So I'm going to now pass it on over to Joan. We can see you.
Okay, yay. I'm so sorry Sarita can't hear me. I don't know what's going on. I'm doing this from my phone, so I'm not sure why. Anyways, but my vision, and this has been an occurring vision to me for a long time, is just having time freedom and financial freedom with my family, being able to, if we want to take a trip somewhere, to be able to get up and go, for my husband not to work so many crazy hours and not be able to see him and not have my kids, have limited time with him. I definitely want him to be home with the kids with me. I've always wanted to, like CJ, we homeschool right now, but I thought it would be it's always been a dream for me to be able to, and like Val, take our kids to exotic countries and take our kids to different countries and to learn about different cultures and to embrace the different cultures all around the world. That has been a huge, huge dream of mine. And along the way, along that path of traveling the world, I've always dreamed of being able to help out people, anybody that needs our help, whether it's a smile, whether it's, building a school for kids, whether it's just, helping anybody out along our journey to our dream. That's just been a huge vision of mine, to be able to do that as a family. And so yeah, that's basically my dream, and I see it already coming. It's already mine, and it's already manifesting, and I can feel it, touch it, see it. It's beautiful and delicious.
Oh, love it. When CJ or Sarita, everybody wants to check and see if we've got any other comments from anybody that's been commenting on any of their stuff on our page.
Yeah, I'll check right now for you.
The 1 o'clock in the morning is coming out of me now.
I'm checking right now for you. Leslie just says the past is over.
And thank you to Valerie and Sarita for staying up for us. I know it's super late, so thank you guys so much for hanging in there.
And there's my youngest. He snuck in for a second.
Hi, Peanut. Hi.
Say hi, Val. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here. Leslie put, the past is over and we don't know the future. We only have today, this moment, and we have to make it count. So that was super powerful, Leslie. And then Susie says, she resonates so much with me, and the ladies are inspirational and amazing. I feel that I have manifested you into my life over the last few months. Oh, sis, we love you. That's so sweet. Awesome quote. And then Nicole says, CJ, I gravitate to the sun every day. I sit on my porch in complete peace and dream. I talk to my source mastermind and soak up the wonders of nature. Wow, that's awesome. And then Leslie put on here, I agree, most people make 90% of their decisions based on fear. Fear to take action, fear to fail. As funny as it sounds, fear is succeeding. The average person stays in a false sense of security disguised as practicality. Oh, baby. And I just wanted to say one really quick thing is, he's fine. He's fine. Dreams are given to you for a reason, and yes, it's great to set time frames and to give yourself a goal to reach that dream. It's just that if that dream is not met within that time frame, it's okay. Make another destination, make another goal date for that, because it wasn't meant for you to happen at that particular moment. And if you fight the universe, it's not going to help you at all. Just go with the flow of the universe, and you'll see that your dreams will come true. You just have to trust in the universe and trust in yourself, but definitely make goals and set time frames, because other things will be accomplished and come for you within that destination.
Very, 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 very powerful. It looks like Sarita dropped off. I don't know if it's an internet drop off, or it's late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Now I know
it's really late.
It's really late. I don't know what it's like, because it's 8 a.m. for me when I'm usually doing this. So I just want to thank all of you for being here, whatever time zone you're watching this now, live, replay, etc. And we will all see you next week. And I'm not quite sure, probably back at the same time zone. And just, yeah, allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to dream. And if you're still here with us and you haven't connected with us, you can always connect with us down below. Whoever invited you here to this hangout, you'll be able to connect in with them, and look forward to seeing you all next week. Big hugs.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye.
Bye, guys.